What if I told you that in 2026, there are American towns that will literally pay you to move there? Not pay as in community spirit, and not pay as in a free tote bag from the Chamber of Commerce. Actual money, cash grants, moving stipends, free co-working space, tuition discounts, restaurant vouchers, gym memberships, outdoor perks, and in one town, gift cards to a meat market. Because apparently, nothing says, "Welcome to your new life," like subsidized beef. At first, the strange thing is that these programs exist at all. But the closer you look, the more logical they become. A lot of small American towns do not need more tourists. Tourists come, take one photo of a mural, buy a coffee, and leave. What they need is residents, people with salaries, people who rent houses, buy groceries, pay taxes, join gyms, and slowly become part of the local ecosystem. So some towns have stopped waiting politely. They are saying, bring your job here, bring your laptop here, bring your dog, your houseplants, and that chair you call ergonomic, even though it looks like medical equipment. And we might help pay for the move. Now, before anyone starts packing boxes and screaming free money at their confused spouse, there are rules. There are always rules. Most of these places want remote workers, full-time employees, homeowners, or people with steady income. Some want you to stay for a year. Some want 2 years. Some require that you do not already live nearby. They do not want you arriving on Tuesday, collecting the check on Wednesday, and disappearing by Friday like a raccoon with a relocation grant. So yes, the money is real, but the fine print is also very real. And the first town is the cleanest version of the whole idea: Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tulsa Remote launched in 2018, which in the world of relocation programs makes it basically ancient. A fossil with a co-working membership. The deal is simple. Eligible remote workers can receive a $10,000 grant to move to Tulsa and live there for 1 year. You need to be at least 18. You need to be eligible to work in the United States. You need full-time remote employment outside Oklahoma. And you need to have lived outside Oklahoma for at least 1 full year before applying. So if you already live 12 minutes from Tulsa and suddenly discover your deep spiritual connection to Oklahoma, no, Tulsa is not buying your fake awakening. They want new people, new salaries, fresh spending. And this is where the program stops sounding like a cute internet list and starts sounding like a serious economic strategy. By December 2025, Tulsa Remote reported 3,972 participants and $878 million in direct employment income generated since launch. That is the point. Tulsa is not paying for a person. It is paying for the salary attached to that person. A remote worker brings outside money into the city every month. The company may be somewhere else, but the rent is paid in Tulsa. The coffee is bought in Tulsa. The groceries, haircuts, dinners, dentist appointments, dog toys, and panic purchases at Target happen in Tulsa. That is why other places started watching. Tulsa did not invent moving. It invented a way to make moving look like a deal. And Tulsa is not some empty prairie town begging for signs of life. It is a real city. It has restaurants, museums, neighborhoods, Art Deco buildings, and enough activity that buying milk probably will not make you local news. The pitch is not, come here because we have nothing. It is more like, come here because we have enough, and your life might actually fit. But Tulsa is the clean version. West Virginia sells something messier. Escape. Ascend WV offers selected remote workers $12,000 to move to West Virginia, plus outdoor recreation perks. This is the program for people who look at mountains and think, yes, my Zoom calls should happen near a river. It launched in 2021, supported by a $25 million gift from Brad and Alice Smith to West Virginia University's outdoor economic development work. And unlike Tulsa, West Virginia is not selling itself as a remote work city. It is selling air, mountains, trails, rivers, small communities, lower costs. A place where touch grass is not an insult. It is basically infrastructure. But the $12,000 is not handed over like a game show prize. To receive the full amount, participants need to live in West Virginia for at least 2 consecutive years. That little detail changes everything. West Virginia does not want relocation tourists. It wants people who stay long enough to become annoying about their favorite hiking trail. And fair enough. A state does not benefit much if someone arrives, collects money, posts 3 scenic photos, and leaves before learning where the grocery store is. Ascend WV works because the offer is not just cash. It is lifestyle. Less rent panic, more trees, fewer apartment buildings with names like the Meridian at Luxury something, more places where your lunch break can involve an actual view instead of eating over your keyboard while pretending to answer emails. Next comes Topeka, where the free money fantasy meets paperwork. Topeka, Kansas. Choose Topeka can offer up to $15,000, but this is not show up and receive Kansas money. I know, rude. The program is tied to participating employers in Topeka and Shawnee County. The employer match version can offer up to $10,000 for renters and up to $15,000 for people buying or rehabbing a home. So this is not about wandering into Kansas with a suitcase and a vision board. You need the right job connection, a real housing move, the right paperwork, the right kind of, yes, I am actually going to live here. Choose Topeka began in 2019, partly because the region wanted people who worked there to actually live there. That is a very real small city problem. People drive in, work, collect a paycheck, and then take that paycheck somewhere else. The city gets the traffic. Another place gets the grocery money. Topeka wants the whole household, the job, the rent or mortgage, the restaurant spending, the property taxes, and ideally someone who cares enough to have opinions about local sidewalks. And to be fair, $15,000 in Topeka can actually matter. In New York, $15,000 is 3 months of rent and 1 nervous laugh. In Kansas, it can help with moving costs, closing costs, furniture, deposits, and maybe even a lawnmower you will talk about. Like, it is a major investment because emotionally, it is. Then there is Texarkana, where the number looks huge until you read the label. Texarkana, USA. The first thing to know about Texarkana's $18,900 package is that you are not getting $18,900 in cash. I know, deeply offensive. The Call Texarkana Home program, listed through Make My Move, shows a total package value of $18,900. That headline is big. It walks into the room wearing sunglasses, but the direct relocation cash is $5,000. Still real, still useful, enough to pay for a serious part of a move, but not $18,900. $900 raining from the sky while an eagle screams in slow motion. The rest of the package includes things like tuition discounts, free classes at local universities, access to creator space, and other community perks. And once you get past the disappointment of not receiving a cartoon sack of money, the structure makes sense. Texarkana is not just trying to get someone across the city line. It is trying to plug them into the place. Education, workspace, local networks, something to do after the moving boxes stop being furniture. Texarkana is also strange in the best possible way because it sits on the Texas-Arkansas border. 2 states, 1 name. A city identity that sounds like someone folded a map wrong and decided to keep it. So the offer is not just move to a small city. It sounds more like, here is $5,000. Here are some perks. Please learn which side of town you are on before filling out forms. And then there is Mattoon, which feels less like a relocation program and more like a town adopting you. Mattoon, Illinois. The Move to Mattoon program offers $5,000 cash toward moving expenses. Normal enough. Then the package gets aggressively small town. Restaurant vouchers, a co-working membership, a YMCA access, Rural King gift cards, free storage, furniture store credit, a professional headshot, a gift card to Morgan's Meat Market. At some point, this stops feeling like a relocation incentive and starts feeling like the town packed you a lunch, zipped your jacket, and told you to text when you arrive. And honestly, I love it. Mattoon is not pretending to be the next Austin. It is not saying Innovation District 11 times until everyone gets tired. What it is saying is, move here, eat here, work here, exercise here, store your boxes here, buy meat here. That is not glamorous. That is useful. And useful is underrated. The Move to Mattoon site describes the package as being worth over $10,000 per family, with support from local businesses and nonprofits. That local business part is what makes it memorable, because the town is not only giving you money, it is introducing you to itself. Here is where you work, where you eat, where you buy furniture, and where you become a person who has a preferred meat market. This is exactly what a relocation program should do if it wants people to stay. A check helps with the move. A routine helps with the life after the move. After Mattoon's meat market welcome basket, Paducah feels almost elegant. Paducah, Kentucky. Paducah is quieter than some of the other offers, but it has a smart structure. Its remote workers incentive program offers $5,000 paid in 2 installments. The first $2,500 comes after establishing residency. Another $2,500 comes after 1 year. That is not random. That is Paducah saying, "We are happy you arrived. Now prove you can survive 12 months, learn the streets, find your coffee place, and stop pronouncing things like a tourist." Paducah is a river city in western Kentucky, and it has more personality than the phrase relocation incentive program suggests. It is known for arts, quilting, and its UNESCO Creative City designation. Yes, quilting. And before anyone laughs, a city with a real arts identity is more interesting than a place whose main attraction is, we have a Walmart and emotional silence. Paducah wants remote workers with income they can bring from somewhere else. The job stays external. The spending becomes local. Your company pays you. Paducah gets the groceries, rent, restaurants, taxes, and maybe your sudden interest in historic downtown buildings. It is not the biggest offer, but it feels targeted. Paducah is not trying to be everything. It wants to be a smaller, cheaper, artsy place for people who already wanted something like that. That matters. A relocation grant cannot make you love a town. It can only make the decision easier if you were already close. And then, Noblesville changes the whole tone. Because this one is not about a struggling little town begging for residents. This is recruitment with a better haircut. Noblesville, Indiana. The welcome home to Noblesville package is listed at $15,000 in total value, including $5,000 in relocation cash. The rest includes a wellness stipend, co-working membership, dining perks, concert experiences, golf passes, parks benefits, museum membership, Chamber of Commerce membership, and even a mover meetup with the mayor, which is adorable, and also slightly like onboarding for a company where the company is a town. But the requirements are much stricter. Make My Move lists an annual income requirement of at least $80,000. Applicants need to be remote workers or self-employed, U.S. citizens, at least 18, living outside Indiana, and able to relocate within 6 months. So this is not charity. It is recruitment. Noblesville is not saying, "Please come here, we are desperate." More like, "You have a good remote salary. We would prefer your grocery money happen here." And that is the sharpest version of the whole story. These towns are not really competing for tourists. They are competing for people with salaries they do not have to create themselves. That is the dream from the town's side. A remote worker arrives with outside income already attached. No factory needed. No corporate headquarters. No massive employer subsidy needed. Just one person, one laptop, one paycheck from somewhere else, and a new local spending pattern. After all 7 places, the pattern is pretty obvious. Tulsa is the proof of concept. West Virginia is the mountain escape. Topeka is the employer-backed, paperwork-heavy version. Texarkana is the big package, smaller cash case. Mattoon is the small-town starter kit with meat. Paducah is the artsy River City offer. Noblesville is the polished suburb hunting higher-income remote workers. Different places. Same message. We do not just want you to visit. We want your life here. That sounds dramatic, but that is what these programs are. They are not buying a weekend. They are bidding for residents. People who stay, who spend, who turn empty houses into occupied ones and quiet downtowns into places where someone might actually open a second coffee shop. And no, none of these offers are perfect. Some are competitive, others are strict. Some open and close depending on funding, and some sound bigger than they are because package value often includes perks, not just cash. A $5,000 grant can help you move. It cannot make you friends. It cannot make winter shorter. And it definitely cannot make a small town exciting if you need nightlife, anonymity, and Thai food at 1 a.m. because you had a feeling. That part is still on you. But the trend is fascinating because it shows a new version of the American relocation dream. Not free land, not no permits, and not a cabin in the desert where your nearest neighbor is a lizard with boundary issues. This version is cleaner, stranger, and much more administrative. America is basically saying, bring your laptop, bring your salary, bring your restless little soul, and maybe we will help pay for the move. It is not pure freedom. It is freedom with an application form, the kind with income requirements, possible taxes, and somehow co-working space, a mayor meetup, and a gift card to a meat market. And somehow, that makes it even more American. Because somewhere out there, a town looked at its future, looked at its budget, looked at a remote worker with stable income, and said, "We cannot promise paradise or excitement or that your friends will understand why you moved here. But we can offer space, lower costs, a real community, and yes, maybe $5,000 to help get you through the door